Hi, I'm Practical Wizard Chip Engelman. Before I became a Practical Wizard, I was an EFT practitioner. Although my mission has changed to helping anyone who wants to become a conscious creator, I still use EFT to help people who are stuck in unwanted habits of thought. In this video, we will discuss EFT, the Emotional Freedom Technique, the Choices Method, and Tapping for Allowing. Emotional Freedom Technique is a form of energy therapy invented by Gary Craig. The tenet of EFT is that negative emotions are stored in the body, and by tapping on the meridian points, these emotions can be released. There are two parts to the EFT process. In the first, called the setup, you identify an unwanted emotion or thought and declare it to be okay to feel that way. For example, you might say, "Even though I hate spiders, I deeply and completely love and accept myself." In the second part, you tap on the meridian points until you are really okay with the way you feel. In the example above, you might get to the point where you believe that it's okay that you hate spiders and, well, it's just a spider and he can't help that he's a spider, so I guess I really don't hate him anymore. As mentioned before, there's two parts to the EFT process, the first being the setup. In the setup, there are actions that you perform while saying your setup line. For instance, there are two different ways of doing it. One is to rub on the sore spot, and the other is to tap on the karate point. The way you rub on the sore spot is, the sore spot is located halfway between the clavicle notch and the nipple. And what you're looking for if you were to press down, is that you're looking for a lymph node. And it's located about halfway in between the two. And you rub in a circular motion about this wide, about 3 or 4 inches in diameter. And the thing is about it is, since you're rubbing in such a wide circle like that, you really don't have to be exact. You will hit that area if you rub in that big of a spot. So don't worry if you can't find a spot that's sore. What you do is you repeat the setup phrase. In this case, "Even though I hate spiders, I deeply and completely love and accept myself." The other way, as I mentioned before, is to use the karate chop point. The karate chop point is on the side of the hand, and you simply take 2 fingers and you tap it like this, and you would say the same setup sentence. "Even though I hate spiders, I deeply and completely accept myself." Okay. So you can use either one interchangeably. I don't care which one you use. If you're on the phone, sometimes if you're holding the phone in your hand, using the sore spot is a little bit easier. So I usually speak in terms of rub on your sore spot. So anyway, that's the setup phrase. The reminder phrase is you tap on meridian points, which are acupuncture points that are located on your face and your body. I use 8 points. Those 8 points are the eyebrow, and you tap on the eyebrow with 2 fingers. Now, where I'm tapping is about a ½ inch from the nose, and I use 2 fingers on it, so you don't have to be very exact, because one of those 2 fingers is going to be hitting it. Also, they say that you want to tap 7 times. I usually just tap about this fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you do 6 or 8, it really doesn't matter. This is a very forgiving practice. So anyway, the first spot, again, is called the eyebrow, and it's located right here. The second spot is called the side of the eye, and this is where the eye socket meets the side of the face. So right in the middle of the eye on the outside, you tap the same way with 2 fingers. The third spot is called below the eye, and it's right at the center of the eye, again where the bone meets the socket. The fourth spot is called under the nose, and it's halfway between the tip of the nose and the lip. And if you were to push down with your 2 fingers, you'd feel where your teeth meet your jaw, and anyway, that's called under the nose. The one that's called the chin is actually halfway between your lip and your chin, in the little groove, formed by your lip and the ball of your chin. And again, if you were to press down, you'd feel where your teeth meet the bone. So anyway, again, that's called the chin. Okay. The next spot is called the collarbone, and if you were to go an inch down from the clavicle notch, and over an inch, that's about where it would be. So you can either tap on that spot like that, or if you want to make sure you hit it, just close your fist and hit it like so. It's just a simple way of doing it. The next spot's called under the arm, and it's located down the meridian of the body there, I guess you'd say. For ladies, it would be where your bra strap crosses the seam in your blouse. So it's even with the nipple for you guys. Okay? And the last place is on top of the head. Now, the way I do that is if you pretend that you have a golf ball in your hand, it makes a circle like so, and you just bounce it around on top. And where you're doing it is right at the crown of the head, the crown chakra, or if you were a baby, it would be where the soft spot is. Even though sometimes I feel separated from the universe, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I feel separated from the universe, I deeply and completely accept myself. I feel separated from the universe. 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 You keep doing that until you feel okay with it. If you can't get completely okay with it, you can do another round saying, even though we use the karate chop point this time, even though I still feel separated from the universe, I deeply and completely accept myself, and then tap around. I still feel separated from the universe. I still feel separated from the universe. I still feel separated from the universe. The Choices technique is a variation of EFT developed by Dr. Patricia Carrington. It is designed to replace a contracting or bad feeling thought with a more expansive one. It has several differences from traditional EFT. The setup phrase states the thought that doesn't serve you and replaces it with more of an expansive thought. For example, even though I used to believe that the world was against me, I choose to see the universe as a loving place. The tapping is done in 3 rounds. 1 round on the contracting thought, the 2nd round on the expansive thought, and the 3rd round alternating the 2. Even though I used to believe the world was against me, I now choose to see the universe as a loving place. Even though I used to believe the world was against me, I now choose to see the universe as a loving place. Even though I used to believe that the world was against me, I now choose to see the universe as a loving place. I used to believe the world was against me. I used to believe the world was against me. I used to believe the world was against me. I used to believe the world was against me. I used to believe the world was against me. I used to believe the world was against me. I used to believe the world was against me. I used to believe the world was against me. I now choose to see the universe as a loving place. I now choose to see the universe as a loving place. I now choose to see the universe as a loving place. I now choose to see the universe as a loving place. I now choose to see the universe as a loving place. I now choose to see the universe as a loving place. I now choose to see the universe as a loving place. I now choose to see the universe as a loving place. I used to believe that the world was against me. I now choose to see the universe as a loving place. I used to believe that the world was against me. I now choose to see the universe as a loving place. I used to believe the universe was against me. I now choose to see the universe as a loving place. I used to believe the world was against me. I now see the universe as a loving place. It's important that you end on the positive, because that's what you want to reinforce most. Patricia Carrington suggests that you do this 3 times a day for 21 days. I just feel that you do it until you feel like you don't need to do it anymore, whether that's a couple days or 50 days. Tapping for allowing is a technique I develop for my clients to help them get whatever they are wanting. It's such a simple concept that I'm sure others have either adopted it or discovered it on their own. The idea is that if you're tapping on a thought that you want to incorporate into your life, you will uncover and release thoughts that may not serve you. The beauty of this technique is that you're focusing on wanted thoughts instead of thoughts you don't want. Since we are tapping on the expansive thought to begin with, we don't need a setup statement. I am a magnificent being of light and love. I am a magnificent being of light and love. I am a magnificent being of light and love. I am a magnificent being of light and love. I am a magnificent being of light and love. I am a magnificent being of light and love. I am a magnificent being of light and love. I am a magnificent being of light and love. You continue to do that as long as it feels like there's some resistance to feeling that way. You can do it as often as you want, or do it as many times as you like. It doesn't really matter. Just do it until it feels like the right time to stop. Well, now you have the basics. In the near future, look for a video on my advanced meridian tapping techniques called light tapping. Light tapping is what EFT would look like if you approached it from the idea that everything is energy and that you are a magnificent being of light and love. Look forward to talking with you later.